They don't teach this in school, but your US passport doesn't have to be your only one, especially if you're Black in America and rethinking what freedom really means. From racial profiling at home to new doors opening abroad, more Black Americans are quietly securing second passports and thriving because of it. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 countries that offer dual citizenship to Black Americans. Your second passport starts here. We're pulling back the curtain on a growing movement you won't see on mainstream news. These aren't escape plans, they're launchpads for opportunity, legal protection, and a new level of freedom many never knew existed. Forget the paperwork nightmares and endless bureaucracy. Some countries are practically rolling out the red carpet for people who check a few key boxes. And let's be real, Black Americans bring culture, talent, resilience, and purchasing power. Trust me, some governments are paying attention. So if you've ever Googled dual citizenship after the evening news or best countries for Black expats after your last microaggression, this one's for you. Stay tuned to the end, and make sure you catch all 10 before you renew your passport photo. Number 10. Uruguay. Uruguay, the calm, collected country that doesn't make you jump through flaming hoops to belong. No chaos, no blaring sirens, no constant noise, just calm. In a world caught in a permanent anxiety spiral, this small South American nation is the human version of a deep exhale. While others chase headlines in Dubai or the Caribbean, Uruguay has been quietly building a real-world utopia: stable government, free healthcare, quality beef, legal cannabis, and one of the lowest crime rates in the Americas. The 2023 Global Peace Index even ranked it among the top 3 safest countries in Latin America. But let's get to the real draw: dual citizenship. Uruguay fully allows it, and you won't have to renounce your US passport. There's no ancestry hunt, no six-figure investment requirement. Just live legally for a few years and you're on track to citizenship. Simple, transparent, and stress-free. And culturally? Don't underestimate it. Uruguay has a rich Afro-Uruguayan heritage, especially in Montevideo, where candombe music, a legacy of the African diaspora, is not only alive but celebrated. Here, Black culture isn't tokenized or sidelined, it's part of the national rhythm. So, ask yourself, why stay where you're constantly fighting for recognition when another country offers peace, dignity, and legal belonging without suspicion? Uruguay may not be flashy, but for Black Americans seeking calm, balance, and dual citizenship, it might be the smartest move you never considered. Number 9. Colombia. Come for the rhythm, stay for the roots. Colombia might be one of the most misunderstood countries in Latin America. Sure, the Netflix portrayals gave it a messy image, but fast forward to now, this place is alive with reinvention. 2 oceans, vibrant cities, and thriving Afro-Colombian communities that didn't just survive history, they reshaped it. And the best part? Colombia welcomes dual citizenship without drama. After 5 years of legal residency, or 2 if you marry a Colombian, you're eligible. No million-dollar investment, no ancestral paperwork. Just live, work, and contribute, and Colombia opens the door. Afro-Colombians make up about 10% of the population, and in places like Cali, Chaco, and Cartagena, Black culture isn't hidden behind history months. It's the heartbeat of the nation. Music, politics, food, it's everywhere. Economically, your money goes far here. A modern apartment in Medellin for around $500 a month, fresh fruit that actually tastes like fruit, and a lifestyle where your dollar stretches, and your stress doesn't. Colombia stands out because it's not just accepting outsiders, it's embracing them. Laws protecting against racial discrimination are in place, and while no country is perfect, the awareness here is growing fast. So the real question is, do you want to keep fighting for inclusion every day, or live somewhere that already reflects it? Colombia doesn't promise fantasy, it offers future. Number 8. Mexico. Mexico, where dual citizenship comes with salsa, sunsets, and surprisingly easy paperwork. This isn't just a vacation spot anymore. For many Black Americans, it's becoming a long-term plan B wrapped in warmth, flavor, and opportunity. Mexico fully allows dual citizenship. You can keep your US passport and add a Mexican one. No tough choices, no red tape. Just live legally for 5 years, or 2 if you marry a Mexican citizen, and you're in. But beyond the process, Mexico has been recognizing its Afro-Mexican roots like never before. In 2020, Afro-Mexicano was added to the national census for the first time, giving visibility to over 2.5 million Afro-descendant citizens. In regions like Oaxaca and Guerrero, you'll find lively Black communities where the traditions, rhythms, and flavors are deeply African in origin. This isn't about being tolerated, it's about being part of a culture that's finally being celebrated. Financially, the value is unmatched. A beachfront apartment in Puerto Escondido might cost $600 a month, weekly groceries around $25, and a doctor's visit $20. Your dollar stretches here, and your peace of mind expands with it. Safety varies, of course, but cities like Mérida, San Miguel de Allende, and parts of Mexico City offer low crime rates, strong expat networks, and high-speed internet for digital hustlers. So ask yourself, are you barely surviving where you are, or could your peace be just one border away? Mexico isn't perfect, but it's practical, empowering, and open to those ready to live freely on both sides of the border. Number 7. Canada. Canada, where you can keep your calm and your citizenship. When America sneezes, Canada doesn't just say, "Bless you." It quietly rolls its eyes, offers universal health care, and keeps moving like the emotionally balanced neighbor it's always been. Beyond maple syrup, Drake, and polite customs officers, Canada is offering something more valuable: dual citizenship, stability, and space to breathe. Here's the deal. Canada fully allows dual citizenship. No hoops, no hidden clauses, no renounce your passport nonsense. You can become a citizen after just 3 years of physical presence within a 5-year period. No decade-long limbo, no endless paperwork marathons. Now, will you feel welcome? Absolutely. Canada isn't diversity on a poster, it's lived reality. Cities like Toronto and Halifax have thriving Black communities that have been part of the cultural fabric for generations. Over 1.5 million Black Canadians are living, leading, and shaping the nation: professors, entrepreneurs, politicians, artists. You're not just fitting in, you're part of something established. Universal health care, top-tier education, and almost non-existent gun violence. Here, your child's school needs a winter coat, not a metal detector. Sure, it's cold, the kind of cold that freezes your eyelashes, but would you rather fight through snow in a society that respects you, or sweat through another summer of unrest? And Canada wants you here. Over 400,000 immigrants are welcomed each year through skilled worker, entrepreneur, and family programs. You're not just tolerated, you're invited. So ask yourself, when's the last time your country truly wanted you? Canada might not feel like an adventure destination, but for Black Americans seeking peace, equality, and a future that doesn't feel like a daily battle, this isn't just relocation. It's an upgrade. Number 6. Ireland. Ireland, where one Irish grandparent could hand you a whole new passport. Some people inherit jewelry or an old car. Others? A ticket to the European Union. If you've got Irish ancestry, you might be sitting on one of the easiest dual citizenship pathways in the Western world. No lotteries, no tests, no decade-long residency. Just family ties and a bit of paperwork. If your grandparent was born in Ireland, you can register on the Foreign Births Register, pay a modest fee, and voila, you're an Irish citizen. You don't have to move, marry, or memorize, Danny boy. And yes, Black Americans with Irish ancestry exist. History's messy that way. Irish settlers in the South, mixed families, untold stories. But even without ancestral links, Ireland is generous. 5 years of legal residency and you're eligible. No Gaelic test, no mandatory hurling lessons. Just a stable, English-speaking nation with a booming tech economy and some of the friendliest locals you'll ever meet. Racism? It exists, but Ireland ranks far lower on discrimination indexes than most of Europe. And a growing Afro-Irish community is making space, building businesses, creating art, and increasing visibility every day. Public health care, accessible education, and one of the world's strongest passports, over 180 visa-free destinations. So, ask yourself, are you overlooking an ancestral key that could open Europe for you? Ireland may not have tropical beaches, but it has opportunity, dignity, and one of the smoothest dual citizenship programs outside Africa. Number 5. Panama. Panama, where dual citizenship comes with Caribbean rhythm and US convenience. Some countries make you beg for visas and pray for approval. Panama? It just nods and says, "You good? Come on in." The country offers one of the simplest residency to citizenship paths in the Americas. If you're from a country on Panama's friendly nations list, and the US is, you're already halfway there. Secure residency, stay for 5 years, and you're eligible for citizenship. No ancestry, no fake marriages, no pyramid schemes. Culturally, Panama shines. Its Afro-Caribbean heritage is alive and celebrated, in the music, the food, the politics. Reggae en Español, plantains, calypso rhythms, all part of the nation's heartbeat. You're not explaining your existence here, you're part of a long-standing legacy. The cost of living? Manageable. Step outside the expat-heavy zones and you'll find quality housing for $600 to $800 a month, and healthcare that won't empty your wallet. Private specialists for the cost of a gas tank back home. And because the US dollar is legal tender, there's no confusing exchange rate math. With strong infrastructure, fast Wi-Fi, and direct flights to major US cities, Panama is tailor-made for remote workers and retirees. So here's the truth. Why stay in a system that wears you down when another offers legal peace and cultural belonging? Panama doesn't just give you a passport. It gives you peace of mind. Number 4. Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic, fast-track citizenship wrapped in sunshine and soul. While most countries move at bureaucratic snail speed, the DR is refreshingly direct. 2 years of legal residency, or less if you marry or invest. Then, you're eligible for full citizenship. Dual citizenship included. No renouncing your US passport. No drama. But don't confuse speed for shallowness. This country is deeply Afro-Caribbean at its core, in its music, its food, its rhythm. From bachata beats to street vendors serving soulful dishes, the African influence runs through everything. Now, honesty time. Colorism and classism are still part of the social fabric, lighter skin often gets privilege, and ignorance still surfaces. But compared to many places, the Dominican Republic offers something invaluable. A majority black nation where you can blend in culturally and still stand tall legally. And it's affordable. A furnished apartment for $400. A full meal for $3. Sunshine, sea breeze, and freedom, free. Healthcare is accessible, beaches are public, and life moves with rhythm, not rush. So here's the question. Is your American dream still worth chasing when another country offers legal recognition, cultural familiarity, and a fast track to true freedom? The Dominican Republic might not be perfect, but for Black Americans seeking a balance of culture, affordability, and legal security, it's one of the best-kept secrets in the hemisphere. Number 3. Spain via Latin America. Spain, the legal loophole you probably didn't know existed. Some citizenship paths feel like standing in a DMV line that stretches across time zones. But Spain? Spain flipped the script. And here's the twist. If you're a Black American willing to take the long but strategic route through Latin America, you could unlock Spanish citizenship in just 2 years. Here's how it works. Spain has a list of favored nations, former colonies like the Dominican Republic, Colombia, and Mexico, whose citizens can naturalize in Spain after only 2 years of legal residence instead of 10. So, if you first gain citizenship in one of those countries, then relocate to Spain, you can use that second passport as your fast pass to a third. It's a bold, legal, and entirely legitimate passport piggyback strategy. And yes, Spain allows dual citizenship with those nations. That means, if you play it smart, you could end up holding not 1, not 2, but 3 passports, with your American one still in hand. Now, beyond the legal hack, let's talk lifestyle. Spain isn't just siestas and sangria. It's world-class public health care, affordable universities, and cities like Madrid and Barcelona where art, history, and nightlife collide. You'll even find Afrobeat clubs tucked into centuries-old streets. Is it perfect for Black expats? Not entirely. Racism and xenophobia exist, particularly toward African migrants, but many Black Americans find they're treated with curiosity, not hostility, especially when they bring U.S. confidence, fluent English, and spending power. And the passport itself? Top tier. Spain ranks among the world's strongest, offering visa-free access to over 190 countries. Once you unlock it, the world opens up like never before. So here's the challenge. Are you willing to take a creative legal detour through Latin America to claim one of the world's most powerful passports, without giving up your US one? Spain may not be the first name on Black expat lists, but play this right, and it's a geopolitical power move disguised as a vacation. Number 2. Brazil. Brazil, where being Black isn't different, it's the default. Step off the plane in Salvador, Bahia, and you'll feel it instantly. This country doesn't just acknowledge its African roots, it celebrates them. From the rhythm of samba to the flavor of feijoada, Black culture here is woven into the nation's identity. For Black Americans tired of being the only one, Brazil offers something rare: belonging. Dual citizenship is fully allowed, and you don't have to give up your US passport. In as little as 4 years of residency, or even less if you marry or have a child here, you can become a citizen. No ancestry proof, no expensive investments, no bureaucratic maze. Beyond the paperwork, Brazil's energy is unmatched. Over 56% of its population identifies as Black or mixed race, more than 110 million people. That means representation isn't symbolic, it's real. Black professors, artists, politicians, and media figures thrive here. Of course, Brazil has its own struggles, racism and inequality still exist, but you'll never feel like an outsider. Economically, it's a breath of relief. A beachfront apartment costs a fraction of what you'd pay in New York. A hearty local meal? $5. Healthcare? Accessible and affordable. Spiritually, Brazil connects deeply to West African traditions. Candomblé, capoeira, and Afro-Brazilian folklore give the culture a sense of continuity and pride. So ask yourself, why keep fighting to belong somewhere that resists your presence when another country celebrates your reflection? Brazil doesn't just offer a passport, it offers a second home, built on rhythm, resistance, and heritage. Number 1. Portugal. Portugal, where Europe finally feels like an open door, not a gated club. While most of the continent guards citizenship like a secret handshake, Portugal takes a different approach, friendly, simple, and welcoming, especially for Black Americans seeking a peaceful reset. Here's the beauty of it. Portugal allows dual citizenship without conditions. You can keep your US passport, gain a Portuguese one, and enjoy the freedom of both. All it takes is 5 years of legal residency, no ancestry, no endless waiting. Just steady living, clean records, and basic integration. Why Portugal? Because it's quietly becoming a haven for Black expats. In cities like Lisbon and Porto, communities of African Americans, Afro-Europeans, Brazilians, and Cape Verdeans are thriving. You won't be a token in the neighborhood, you'll be part of a community. Portugal's past may be complicated, but its present is progressive. Anti-discrimination laws are strong, policing is notably less aggressive, and according to the 2023 Global Peace Index, Portugal ranks as the 7th safest country in the world. Life here feels balanced. Cost of living is lower than most of Western Europe. A modern apartment in Lisbon costs half of one in London. Healthcare is universal, education solid, food fresh and flavorful. And once you have that Portuguese passport, you unlock all of Europe, free movement across 26 Schengen countries. Imagine working in Spain, retiring in Italy, and vacationing in France, all without a visa. So, why keep struggling in a country that tells you you're lucky to be there when another invites you to thrive? Portugal doesn't just offer citizenship, it offers dignity, safety, and access to a whole new life. And there you have it, 10 countries that aren't just letting Black Americans in, but offering a legal path to thrive, live freely, and hold dual citizenship without giving up your US identity. From the calm of Uruguay to the culture of Brazil, the shortcuts of Spain to the open arms of Portugal, these nations prove that the American dream doesn't have to come with American stress. So the real question is, are you ready to expand your freedom beyond borders? Whether it's better healthcare, financial relief, or simply peace of mind in a place where your Blackness is celebrated, your second passport might be the smartest move you'll ever make. Don't just dream about global freedom, start planning for it. Hit the like button if one of these countries surprised you, and drop a comment sharing which one you'd claim a second passport in. And if you're ready for more smart moves, travel insights, and Black expat stories, subscribe and join a community that's dreaming big and living free.